Welcome to our Devos, where we are talking about victory and living in victory. We talked about victory over the weekend. We talked about how important it is to know that you already have the victory. And one of the ways that we continue to live in victory isn't so much about what we do, but it's more about what we avoid. And that's simply lying in the fact that we have to recognize the trappings of this world. One of the ways that we live a defeated life is by believing that this world is going to provide all of the things that God promised that He would provide. We go into this world and we expect that the world is going to fulfill us. The world is going to give us that joy. The world is going to give us the ability to truly feel comfortable. And then we get caught up with the shiny objects of this world, but the things that are keeping us from putting our attention fully on the one who truly gives us victory. We have to be willing to allow the Lord to be the Lord. There's a quote that I read. I'm going to use it in Easter. I'm actually not going to say it now, but it's so fitting about how God works. We are so constantly looking for things to make our lives better. And in reality, that's not what we ought to do. A lot of people, they become Christians, quote unquote, become Christians. They come to the church because they're looking to have Jesus be the thing that makes their life better. It's one more thing. They look at Jesus as being the world's answer, God's answer to their emptiness in their life. But in reality, Jesus is Lord. It's not about you going to God and looking for Him to be your key to have a better life. It's about coming to Him and worshiping Him as King. And when we ignore the trappings of the world and when we recognize that the world is not on our side, it enables us to truly fulfill the joy of serving the King and living in the victory that the King has given us. It says in 1 John chapter 2, verse 16, he warns us about the world. He says, "For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, the desires of the eyes, and the pride of life is not from the Father, but is from the world." Now, we are told by Jesus that we are going to be in this world, but not of this world. So we are allowed to enjoy things on this side of eternity. We're allowed to enjoy time in this world doing certain things. But when that becomes the basis by which we're boasting, the basis by which we have victory, the basis by which we truly find ultimate joy, we have fallen into the trap that the world offers, and the world will rip it from us in a heartbeat, and we will recognize that we have asked into our heart an idol of the world instead of the true and living God. So how do you live in victory? You realize that the victory doesn't come from the world. You realize that you are not the source of the victory, that the victory was delivered to you on Calvary's Hill through the death of Jesus Christ and assured for you through that empty tomb, through the resurrection of the Savior. Victory comes in knowing the God who gives it, not in by the world offering more and more opportunities for us to enjoy it. So think about your victory. Claim that victory because it's been given to you. Jesus Christ died for you. He rose from the grave. He enables you to live while in this world seated in the heavenly places with Him by having His righteousness placed upon you and your identity placed within Him. The victory is there because the victory is His.